What impresses you the most about Soto? One thing that we're all impressed with, and we see him night in, night out, is he has great plate discipline. And you were a guy like that in your career. You took a ton of walks and didn't necessarily chase a bunch of bad pitches. It blows me away that a guy who's 20, I guess turns 21 today, today's his birthday, has such great plate discipline.
It's amazing. You know, obviously he's been playing a lot of baseball early in his career with older guys because he's mature beyond his years. But his approach at the plate is priceless to watch. You know, he uses the whole field. He keeps it simple. I raved about him last year. You know, I couldn't believe the numbers he put up as a 19-year-old. And then he came back this year with an MVP-type year, and he's just getting better. So the sky's the limit for this kid if he keeps his head on straight. And we're seeing a generational talent.
Kind of give us and our listeners a perspective of where you think the Houston Astros heads are at now. And I just want to go back to 1993 because you played in the ALCS with the White Sox against Toronto, and you lost the first two games, right? And those were home games, I believe.
Yeah, they were.
And you came back and you won the next two at Toronto, but first two at home, going into Game 3, kind of like Houston is right now on the road. What was the mentality of you guys? Did you have a players-only meeting? I mean, what was that like?
Man, we had an incredible team that year. I mean, it was me, Bo Jackson, George Bell, Steve Sachs, Tim Raines. I mean, we had a team a great team stacked.
Right.
So we knew we were fighting for our lives going into Toronto. We really came together on that road trip, and we did show up Game 3. But it's really difficult to come back and win a series when you're down 2-0 and you lose the first two games at home. So the odds are in the Nats' favors to win this thing, but you can't take anything for granted because I'm telling you right now, this team is capable of coming back and winning 4 games. So you can't keep the accomplished so far. You got to keep that same hunger and finish the series off.
Frank, this might be an awkward question, but I'm going to ask it anyway because one of our producers was like, how was he only a 5-time All-Star? And what I said is, at first base or DH, back when you were playing, just rip off some of the names. I mean, it's Mark McGwire, it's Rafael Palmeiro.
It was McGwire, Palmeiro, Jim Thome, John Olerud,
Mo Vaughn,
Delgado, Mo Vaughn.
Yeah.
We had it was just stacked. But I did win 13 postseason All-Star teams because I was I really got going around an All-Star break and never led up to the end of the season. So I was never a great starter, meaning got off to fast starts, but always finished strong every year. So 13 times postseason All-Star, 5 All-Star.
All right, so Frank, let's talk about this matchup tonight. So it's interesting from a hitter's perspective. The Nats brought those power pitchers, right, and Max and Strauss, and now you have Anibal, who's had an incredible career, of course, but he's a different kind of guy, more junk, right, more off-speed stuff. Is this something that the Astros maybe can take advantage of because they won't have to be sort of worried about these big overpowering fastballs, or is this going to work in the Nats' favor?
Well, you look at the first 2 starters from both teams. I mean, all 4 very dominant guys would normally win most of all their starts. But now you get in the interesting part of the series with the 3 and 4 guys.
Yeah.
So, they're going to keep you off balance. Annabelle's going to keep you off balance. Zach Greinke's going to keep you off balance. So I'm just interested in this game tonight. If the Astros don't win tonight, it's all over. We know that. But it could be an interesting fight in a different type of game for the Nationals hitters because they're going to have to, adjust to 4 or 5 different pitchers.
Joined by Frank Thomas, first ballot Hall of Famer, now an analyst on Fox. The Big Hurt introducing Ecoderm, which is a new premium CBD hemp extract pain cream. I noticed now, I don't know if this is often, but I noticed just as I was perusing Twitter and GIFs, you got a lot of dance moves there.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of fun, man. You can't take yourself serious when you're on national TV. If you do that, then you're just not going to have any fun. With me, I've always had fun. Most people that know I was this type of guy, but in the locker room, I'm always this way. So it's a lot of fun. We're having fun. I got 2 crazy men with me, with Big Pop and A-Rod. So we're just mixing it up, having fun, keeping the people laughing at home.
So, by the way, I can't believe how lucky Big Papi was.
Oh, yeah. He's amazing, man.
And how quick he came back. It's incredible.
In 4 months, he's back 100%, and he's no different. The guy's a lot of fun. He's up to all his old tricks, and he's been blessed. I'll tell you that.
Hell yeah.
Right. How do you see this playing out? I mean, obviously the Astros are capable of winning 4 in a row or 4 or 5, whatever it's going to take. But what is your best guess at this point, especially knowing in historically, when teams win the first two, they close us out 80% of the time.
Well, I know Dave Martinez. That was my team. Let the boys coach in their faces, having fun, and keep them motivated. So the Nats, they're feeling great. When you win 8 straight games in the playoffs like this, it's hard to lose. So I do believe if Houston's going to win, they're going to win tonight. Because,
Yeah, for sure.
Just having to come together on a plane flight, day off, and really looking at each other with all superstars going, what the heck is wrong with you guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a real fight tonight. And then after that, I don't know where the series is headed. I really believe, though, if the Nats win tonight, they're going to sweep them.
Well, damn right.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us more about Davey as a teammate, what he was like as a player. I mean, we know statistically sort of what he did, but what was he like as a player? What was his personality like, that sort of thing?
Spark plug. He was a no BS guy. He yelled at me all the time about defense. So he's been managing ever since he was a player. David was a heck of a defensive player, just a heck of an XO guy. So, he always thinking defense and the small parts of the game and not just offense. He really helped me with that over the years. So I'm really happy for him. It's more like a family friend. His kids, they were with me all the time in the locker room. So I'm rooting for him, but he knows what's ahead of him with the Houston Astros club, because in a World Series, anything can change at any time. They just got to come out and try to put the pressure on them early, because if they can put the pressure on them early, then you'll see the other dugout going, oh, here we go again, and that's when you see teams get steamrolled.
So, Frank, the way Davies managed these playoffs, they've had to cover up for this bullpen, and they've treated every game like a Game 7. Up 2-0, will that continue? Let's say Anibal struggles, and he's 3 2/3 or whatever, and he's in a jam. They're not going to bring in a Max, are they?
No.
Or a Strauss? What are they going to do now?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my two big guys fully rested, because you need 2 more wins. You want them 100%. But they got some pieces out in that bullpen. And these guys, like I said, when a team is on a roll, everybody plays better. The pitching staff, the defense, the hitting, they just need to handle business tonight. All they can do is get up early just to get the Houston Astros dugout going. Here we go again.
Right.